You know, after that shopping spree, I was scared whether I was gonna even afford my next meal or not. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and is, you know, enjoying life as each day comes and all that stuff. Anyways, let me get into the story time. So this happened in 2018. I was in grade 11 and I fortunately had the privilege to travel overseas with a group of other students from school, obviously, but from different grades. So fortunately, I get to go with my friends, you know, I have people that I actually hang out with, that I'm going there with, and it's vibes. I mean, you're basically traveling with your homies. That's amazing. And I mean, overseas, you're going overseas. And we go to Europe. Yeah, we are in Europe. Anyways, let's get to the story where I was told that I'm too broke to buy something. This is our last destination before we go home. So we are in Rome, which is in Italy. So they told us, because we never got to like shop in the other countries, and most of us really wanted to shop in Paris for some odd reason. I think it's because it was the first destination and we were expecting some time for like to ourselves to get some items. Ever since I went on that trip, I didn't check my balance. I never went to the ATM, withdrew cash, or like you know, tried to see,
okay, so you have this many euros, make sure you have this much until the last day, or you can spend this much when you go to this pit stop, or to the shop, or when you want to buy these things, type of thing.
So I walk into this store and it's what can I call it? It's a designer store. It's a okay, in layman's terms, I went inside to Gucci, okay? Hey. Me, I walk into Gucci with zero like awareness of where I'm at financially, like how much money I have. I didn't know how to use a card. I didn't know how to use a card until I went onto this trip. I've never learned how to check my balance, how to transfer, withdraw cash, you know, all those, you know, card functions or whatever, ATM functions or whatever. I've never like had the opportunity to do that ever since I went onto this trip. I know, it's weird, like 2018 and you still don't know how to use a card? Really? With zero knowledge, I literally walked into that store raw with zero like clue, alright? So I walk in there, I'm like, bum bum bum, what's going on? What can I afford? Probably nothing, but let's give it a try, right? Okay, so I'm looking around, I'm like, I don't know what made me go in there as if naginali billions of euros in my account, you know. I did not know who I thought I was and why I thought I could just go in there and buy something. So I walk in there, I'm looking what looks nice, and I see these shades. I see these shades on the shelf, and I'm like, that's the one. I don't know why, but that specific one is the one. These shades, when I looked at them, they were looking back at me like, hey sisters, hi girl, what's up? You know, they were looking at me like, I am the one. You might not afford me, but I am the one. So make a plan. And I was like, okay, I clearly need to make a plan to get this. It looks so cute. It's glistening and glimmering and glitzing in my eyes. It looks good. And I'm like, can someone please say this for me? You know, I want this one. And maybe they didn't take me seriously when I walked in because I looked like a child, and I kind of was, until it came to the paying. No, we're getting ready to pay, and now that's when they're starting to take me seriously, when it's time to pay. and I'm there, vele, and when it's time to put the card in and put in the pin, that's when I was like I was so scared, and literally I was like fingers crossed in my head, like, will I afford this or will I have to do the walk of shame? And it said like payment approved on the screen, and I was like, did I just purchase these pair of sunglasses? And I was just there like, yes! I was excited. I got myself a like fresh pair of shades, that are like, okay, I leave, I'm ready to go to my next shop, what am I gonna cop, I ended up going to I think it was called Foot Locker, and that's where like sneakers and other clothes are being sold, like sporty things kind of thing. And I'm like, ooh, I see these filler sneakers, and it wasn't those typical fat ones that were in like that were trendy once upon a time, the white and black ones. It wasn't those typical ones. It was the same kind of model, whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, it was the same in terms of the look, but like it was a different edition. It was like the latest edition at the time, and it looked so dope, and it was pink, and I was like, yeah girl, you definitely want these pink sneakers because you're always getting black or white sneakers and they always look roughly the same. So get something different, girl. Expand your wardrobe, be versatile. I bet. Let's pay for these shoes because they're new edition, and I'm like, they're pink, they're cute, and they look yes. And I'm queuing, and this time I'm in a queue. Like this time I'm actually waiting until I get to pay for these shoes. It's taking time from where I want to go buy things next, and I'm getting frustrated, but I wait and I'm patient until it is my turn to go and pay. And I'm just putting that card there. Now I'm confident. I'm like, if I could get these sunglasses, surely I can get these shoes, right? It's not that expensive as well, right? Cool. And I'm there waiting to swipe. It's time to swipe and stuff. I put it in there, whatever. And then a slip comes out of the machine. And then he gives me my card back. And I'm like, can I go? Like, it's fine? Like, he's like, no, you reached your limit. But like he wasn't speaking English, so all I heard was limit. And I was like, yeah. So I had basically been told, after waiting in a long and very time-consuming line, that I had reached my limit and could not pay for these sneakers. And I was so embarrassed on the inside. I felt broken on the inside because I stood in this line with the intention to get these shoes, to walk out the store with these shoes, and only to walk out of the store not only without the shoes, but after being told in front of people that are waiting for you to leave now that you have reached your limit. Lovely. It was amazing, honestly. I was crying on the inside, dude, but I played it off nicely. I was like, oh, I reached my limit. Oh, okay. Oh, I hear you. I was just like, oh, okay. And I walked out. I literally walked out. Ew. I couldn't believe it. Like, my shopping spree literally ended there. And that was probably like the second shop, third shop I probably visited with the intention, with the impression that I could buy something, only to walk out with literally, I couldn't buy anything anymore. And I was like, oh, that's great. That's nice. Yeah, that was the shortest shopping spree I've not ever had, but I mean, like, it was disappointing because if I had just checked my balance from the start or asked someone to help me, like, I would have known, okay, how much I actually have and what I can actually rather spend on instead of these shades, because now I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay, shades. So yeah, I was just sad, like, because I ended up thinking to myself,
oh, but you could have gotten these for the amount of those glasses. You could have gotten this, you could have bought this. You could have bought so many things. But you decided to get these glasses, and then that was the end of the shopping spree.
I don't really remember what I got from Europe, to be honest. These glasses were just like, buy me. And I was like, okay. And that's where it ended. Lesson learned. I know how to check my balances now. I know how to use a card because I use a card now. Finally got a card. I look back and I'm just like, but SIHLE, you could have bought so many stuff, you know? But no, you decided to just get a pair of sunglasses and be told afterwards that you reached your limit. You know, after that shopping spree, I was scared whether I was going to even afford my next meal or not. Yeah. Yeah, I was lucky that that was like literally the second last day of the trip, because literally I could only afford one more meal and a little souvenir for a family member, but that was it. And I was sad. That is the end of the story time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do not forget to click that button and join the family. And if you enjoyed the story, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Tell me what I should have done. Like, was it worth getting? Were those sunglasses worth getting? Or really I took an L? Like, tell me what you thought about the story. And I will see you next time. Bye.